Today we're diving into the enchanting world of classical oil painting. If you're new to this, no need to worry. I've got your back. This is made with beginners in mind. By the end of this series, you'll have a solid grasp of the basics and be ready to start making your very own oil paintings. In this part, we're going to cover the thing you're probably the most excited about, which is oil colors. So I'm going to go through this and give some alternatives for cheap options as well as the ideal option in my view as an experienced painter. There's an infinite amount of colors out there for you to choose from, so you can't possibly make a decision without having a strategy first. What I recommend is a very simple palette that's going to help you to learn but still give you a solid base to work from so you can really create any colors that you find in nature. That would be the Apelles palette. It consists of only 4 colors: white, black, yellow, and red. The reason I suggest this palette is because it's simple. That means it's going to be easy to learn, easy to mix the colors, and you're not going to overcomplicate things. So you're going to be able to get a grasp on some of the basics very quickly. In addition, you have a limited amount of colors. You're restricted. It's going to force you to mix and blend colors together in order to achieve the results that you want. So that's why I recommend the Apelles palette. But the difference here is that it's not going to be overpowering if you use a little bit too much of one of these colors. It's still going to be pretty well balanced by itself. In the beginning, you don't really need very expensive colors because you're going to be doing so much learning anyways. You have to figure out how to work with the material, how do you mix them together, how do you apply it onto the canvas. And a lot of these things don't necessarily require high quality colors in order to practice. But in the long run, you definitely want to be working towards that goal of using higher quality colors because they really make a substantial difference in the result of your painting. A couple of the main differences are in terms of the dry time and the pigment quality. The dry time is generally affected by the additives that are put into these cheaper paints. They're intentionally made to dry slower. I don't know why, frankly. It doesn't really give you any advantage. It's a huge disadvantage actually if you're trying to paint like the old masters. If it dries quicker, then you can get to your next layer quicker. The pigment quality is also a major problem because many of these paints will change color over time in a drastic way. Even once it starts to dry to the touch, it can look totally different compared to when it was fresh and wet. So just keep this in mind for long-term growth. In the beginning, obviously, I would recommend buying cheap stuff, but don't buy a huge amount of it because you might end up realizing that you need something higher quality as your skills advance. So here are the cheaper alternatives that I would recommend. It would be titanium white from Winsor & Newton or Gamblin, yellow ochre from Winsor & Newton, alizarin crimson, and Mars black from Gamblin. These are very okay colors. My favorite out of these is actually the Gamblin Mars black. That's a really solid color, honestly. It's not bad for the price, and the rest of these are manageable. You can work with them. It's just very frustrating if you have experience with these higher quality colors to go and use these because of these factors that I mentioned. So the ideal color palette, the one that I actually use on a daily basis and what I would recommend for a long-term solution would be titanium white from Sennelier or Old Holland, yellow brown or yellow ochre from Old Holland, Chinese red vermilion from Sennelier, and Mars black from Old Holland. These are all really great quality paints. I found them to be extremely consistent and reliable for the long term. Like I said, start out with the cheaper materials if you're just getting started. Those are practical, learn with them, and then work towards that more expensive palette and a more ideal palette when you actually have the technique and the skills to back some of it up. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you want even more content, feel free to join me on Patreon. I offer detailed explanations of everything classical painting there. You can even send me requests and I'll be happy to make a video about any subject you're interested in. And you can join me on my newsletter at nickthurman.com/newsletter. All of this will be in the description. There's even more free content there. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.